Welcome back to another episode of Living with Lala. I'm Lalandra Hill with Homes by Lalandra. If home ownership and house hunting have been on your mind lately, you won't want to miss this month's video series. I officially launched my first time home buyers bootcamp, which means this month I'll be sharing everything you need to know to have a successful home buying experience. Today is week 2, and we're diving right into what you need to know about getting pre-approved. I like to call this getting serious because without a pre-approval, you are not ready to start house hunting or even to write an offer. First, I promise, getting pre-approved isn't as scary as it sounds. It's actually going to help you start the home buying process with more confidence because you'll know which loan option is best, what you can realistically afford, how much money you'll need to put down, and what your monthly payments will look like in different price ranges. So let's pull up a seat and join me for today's mini training. First, what does it mean to get pre-approved and why is it so important? Getting pre-approved means you have submitted the required information and documentation to a lender who then runs your credit and verifies the documentation to approve you for a specific loan amount. They'll need information such as proof of income, employment verification, your credit score, and your social security number. This is very important because you'll need a pre-approval in order to write an offer, which, like in today's market, a lot of sellers won't even negotiate or even look at your offer with a buyer who hasn't been pre-approved due to the risk that comes with that. It's also important so that you know what your monthly expenses are going to be based on a specific loan amount. Oftentimes, buyers don't want to spend the max amount that they've been pre-approved for because they may not want to make what that equates to as a payment every month, in addition to all of their other expenses and bills. So maxing out your loan amount might mean sacrificing that annual family vacation to the Caribbean or your entertainment budget that's really important to you. So it just depends on what's important to you. I know what you're thinking. What happens if you start house hunting prior to getting pre-approved? Well, because licensed real estate agents know the importance of getting pre-approved, it's quite unlikely that they'll start the house hunting process without a pre-approval letter from a buyer. In fact, I have a list of trusted lenders that I team up with and help my buyers get pre-approved because we're all in this together, so you don't want to have to do it alone. This is really how I make the process less scary or intimidating for my clients. You also want to run your credit and determine your house hunting price range to make sure that you aren't going into any unknown issues in your credit that may need to be addressed. So if you haven't had your credit run recently, you might want to do that and check and see, because there may be something on there that you don't know, or it may be inaccurate, and you would want to repair that prior to getting a mortgage to ensure you can get the best loan option with the best possible interest rate. Many lenders will work with buyers to improve their credit score. However, in the event you should require more assistance, I also own and manage a credit solution company, which is free to my clients upon closing. Yes, free. Lastly, can you imagine if you skip this step only to fall in love with the house that you become emotionally attached to and then realize it's out of your price range? Or even worse, you can figure out that it's technically in your price range, but it turns out to be way more than you're comfortable with spending monthly. After incorporating the taxes and your interest rate and your homeowner's insurance, and now you're stuck buying it. So that's not a good thing. So basically, figuring this all out in advance will allow you to start your home search with confidence and set you up for success. You'll also want to be able to take the time to find a lender you feel comfortable with and understand all of your options ahead of time. So remember, the pre-approval process is about getting serious and positioning yourself to make smart real estate decisions, rather than wind up with buyer's remorse or an unwanted surprise along the way. Once you're officially pre-approved, the house hunting can begin, which is exactly what we're going to talk about in next week's video. I'll be sharing what you need to know, how the process works, and how to set up your custom home search. So tune in on Fridays at 3 p.m. Thanks again for tuning in to this week's episode of Living with Lala. If you have any specific questions about the pre-approval process or want me to share my list of trusted lender partners, feel free to send me a DM or comment below. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Living with Lala. And for more real estate related daily deets, don't forget to follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Homes by Lalandra. Have a fantastic day.